Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Ideal. I'm actually from Singapore, right? So 5,000 miles away, and we are here to present and talk about Kreditaja.com and loangarage.com. This is Jagan, my Chief Technology Officer, but I'll be doing most of the presentation, right? So what is Kreditaja.com? Kreditaja.com is a marketplace for financial products for emerging markets in Asia. If you will, it's something like kayak.com for personal financial products. So our model is a B2B2C model. So on the screen here, you can see that we have at least 6 problems that we are trying to solve with this product. But just let me talk about 3 of them, so for ease of memory. The top 3 problems are basically 1, the lack of transparency for consumers in emerging markets, right? So you've got consumers wanting to take personal financial products like insurance, personal loans, but they are unable to do so because they are not aware of the interest rates, of the terms of the loans, for example. So what you'll see, the playing field is heavily tilted to the banks and financial institutions, providers of such credit, right? So the second problem is basically, this leads to the second problem of it being risky for lenders, for borrowers who find it difficult to assess who are the better ones to take credit from, right? The third problem that we are looking to solve here is basically the issue of financial inclusion. Like all emerging markets, like say even in Ukraine and in Russia, Indonesia, for example, we see lots of unbanked people, but these people are feasible in the sense that these people can get access to financial products, but there's no one pushing them to get access to them, right? So we are trying to solve these main 3 problems. So our solution, we are a online marketplace where we allow borrowers to compare personal financial products like personal loans, log in personal finance offers from multiple lenders in one single shot, right? So consumers in places like Indonesia are able to go online, compare personal rates. This provides a degree of transparency to the consumer market in a place like Asia. The second thing would be that we allow lenders to expand their reach to more borrowers, to the unbanked but feasible people, right? So, and the third thing, the third solution which personally excites me is the fact that we infuse predictive analytics into our platform. On the borrower side, we make recommendations to borrowers as to what are the personal financial products that they need based on the data that they provide and based on the data that we collect on them, right? And on the lender side, we have our own proprietary credit scoring engine, which is unique to a place like Indonesia. To be honest with you, I would really love to show the demo of the product itself, but however, I have to stick a PowerPoint. So what you see here is basically the borrower interface, right? A consumer comes to the website, logs in, provides us with the data, with the information that we request from them, and what we automatically do, the platform does, is to recommend who are the lenders who are willing to lend to them based on the data that they provided us. So what the consumers will be able to do is compare really what are the loans available to them, the interest rates, and the minimum loan amount that they have to get. Now, on the other side, on the lender dashboard, what we see here is basically the incoming loan applications. So each loan application is basically scored using our proprietary credit scoring engine, right? So we scale them from 1 to 10, 10 being a good credit-worthy borrower, 0 meaning that he's a very risky borrower, right? So our engine takes into account hundreds of data points, but the top 3 would basically focus on capacity of a borrower to pay back the loan, the capital, i.e. the income that he has, and also basically the collateral or the property that he has in order to secure the loan. So what the lender will be able to do is to log in on their interface and then approve, reject, or request for more information. So let's talk about the market opportunity. We are talking about in Indonesia itself, which is really our focus market. We are talking about $273 billion of outstanding loans in the personal loan space, okay? And the middle class in Indonesia is expected to double within the next 10 years. In fact, so much so that we will describe Indonesia as a China of Southeast Asia, based on statistics provided by the World Bank. This is our business model and our revenue model. 60% of our revenues come from commissions earned from each loan that has been approved by the lenders. About 20% comes from a freemium model in which the lenders sign up for, which is limited by the amount of loan applications they get to see through the platform, and also the different commissions rates applicable to each tier. The other 10% will really come from the predictive analytics. We intend to monetize the credit scoring system which we have just developed, and this will be taken into account in our revenue model. The rest will be basically advertising fees. So as you can see, we don't really rely on advertising at all for our revenue model.
20 seconds left.
So progress so far, we have launched Singapore, Indonesia. We are revenue generating right now, and we are looking to expand our product offerings. The team, I'm the founder. He's my CTO, head of engineering from Yahoo last time. And we have advisors, country head of Standard Chartered and CTO, ex-CTO of Cisco. So this is the team, and we are here today we are here in Ukraine to raise our Series A funding. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jury, I have 2 mics here. Don't be afraid.
Question which is not related to your business, but why you made all way to Ukraine to raise money here? I've been in Singapore. It doesn't look like a place where money is lagging.
Well, okay, basically, I was from London. We went to London first because one of my investors, existing investor, is a fund in London, right? So we thought, hey, there's IDCEE, it's an interesting platform, and we've got some investors here who are actually interested in riding the growth opportunity in a place like Southeast Asia and Asia, right? So this is why we are here. We think that we want to expand into a place like emerging markets, and I think Eastern European or Russian investors are basically, they understand emerging markets. So that's why we are here.
So, your model is pretty well tested in multiple countries. Yeah. So it seems you're replicating the model that already proved to be successful in many mature markets.
Correct, yes.
Like, already in the UK, significant percentage of financial products is being distributed online.
Yes.
So the question I would have is there anything that is making you or your business model different from the established players in Western Europe, let's say UK?
Well, basically the main USP that we are trying that we have over all these other models is that we infuse our predictive analytics, our machine learning model that is based on the unique characteristics of places like Indonesia, which may not necessarily apply in a place like UK, for example, right? So certain consumer behavior, certain consumer trends is really due to the cultural nuances of these markets. So we understand places like Indonesia better than all these other competitors that we have, that we see in the UK.
Are financial institutions willing to pay you for leads?
Yes. In fact, I'll give you some statistics. In Singapore, right, we have 220 lenders, private lenders in Singapore. Right now on the platform, we have 18, and we are onboarding 2 a week. In Indonesia, we have signed up with the Ministry of Finance. We have signed a microfinance deal with them that is about $3.7 billion worth of microfinance loans, which they want to distribute through the platform. 7 state banks have signed on to the platform in Indonesia, and there are 130 banks in Indonesia, so we are slowly getting them on board.
So what is the fee? How much are you able to charge per lead?
Between 1% to 2% of the approved loan amount.
Can you speak a little bit about the competitive landscape? Is anybody else doing this in the market? Are you guys the only ones or the first movers?
We are the first major ones. There is one small competitor in Indonesia, but their model is different from us. They sell leads wholesale, which the banks don't like it because they don't qualify the leads. For us, we ensure before any lead is given to the bank or financial institution, it's verified internally first before we give it to them.
What is your traction with customers?
Okay, in terms interaction, let's discuss in terms of the loan application, the aggregate value of loans that have gone through. In Singapore, we have launched in March. We have processed about $1.2 million worth of personal loans. Average is about $2,000. Singapore dollars. Okay, in Indonesia, we are closing up to about 500,000, and we launch later in late May.
500,000 per month, or
No,
500,000 altogether?
Altogether, yeah.
Since March?
Since May, since
May.
June, yeah, since June actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is that in US dollars?
Sorry?
How much is that in US?
Okay, in Indonesia, we value at 500,000 US dollars.
Okay.
Yes.
Where is your R&D located? Singapore or Jakarta?
We have 2 offices in Singapore and in Jakarta.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Clear story.